I more so see it on like TikTok and like YouTube. Like people be wearing it in videos and stuff like that. Though. I definitely don't see it that much in person. So like, one time I was geek because I was like, dang. Like literally like I was like geek to like real life.
Welcome to another episode of CurbTalks podcast. Today, we have a special episode. We're doing something new. We call this Inverse Curve, where producers host and hosts produce. So, producers today, we have one of the hosts, MacPaul. We have and two of our good men. We got Fat and we got my man Sad. So, this is a very special episode with longtime friends at Unordinary Brand, Unordinary. So, we got my name, Danny. I go by Danny Luciano.
Hello, John.
Eli.
So we're going to open up today by asking, what's y'all curb moment? Like, what's y'all curb talks? Like, where do y'all have y'all most inspiring conversations? Or anyone can start.
This shit, I mean, I would say my most encouraging conversations usually come from either when with the man just chilling and he found me like, topics I brought up and we just talking about life, etc. Or you find me like, I feel like as I got older too, I started conversating with my folks more, like my parents, like I be telling them stuff for real. I don't really have a girlfriend, so I don't really like tell my business to females like that. I mean, I do, but I don't. But like most inspiring, definitely between the men or my parents for real.
Yeah, I definitely say most inspiring conversation. When the conversations probably be around with my man and my mom. Some of just people around me for
I would say probably my dad and my grandpa. Definitely the most inspiring conversations. They be making me feel like, you know, I kind of like got to get on it. Like I can't slack. So definitely with them.
That's what's up. So y'all have came a long way. Like when y'all started, y'all was so like tough. However, on another first drop, y'all first show, it was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Who are these niggas, bro? You know what I'm saying? Y'all realized this came, and y'all like 7 years ago, like, we all was like, how did y'all meet? Like, how did y'all meet? Oh,
shit. I met Eli, I want to say like 9th grade. I met Eli. This one, like group chats and shit were like a big thing for real. So I met Eli through a group chat. You feel me? Like we would just talk about different things we relate to. And I'm like, cool, like this nigga cool for real. So we ended up linking up like my 9th grade summer and that shit. We just been kicking ever since. John, I known John since like elementary school for real. I wouldn't even say me and John was even the super closest in school for real. Like we was always good, man, but like we wasn't like the super closest. But like I feel like as we got older, we just relate to the same shit for real. So we definitely got close over the years.
Like Danny and like at elementary school, at Eli on Twitter, tell me niggas DM me, feel me, try to start up a group chat, you feel me, shit just started from there, everybody, you feel me, and just let it that way. Yeah.
Everybody was young, nigga. It was really young, but yeah, but basically just told it. I met Danny to Twitter group chat or whatever, and we was supposed to throw a party. The party ain't never happened. Rooftop party, that was gonna be lit, but yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, like you know, he was just always I'm at John. You know, we would link, go places together. And yeah, like we just always had the same friends too, so like we was just always around each other. John, same thing, like we always had the same friends. Met him through a group chat called Ohana. It was like 5-10 of us in that jump. But yeah, like, he just been cool since.
So I know it's time for like group chat plans, so like then starting to go and like how did that happen? Like you know, how many y'all like I don't know how many select each other like
I mean, Danny. Remember, Danny was like, you feel me, niggas should start with clothing brand. Feel me, niggas should start from there.
It was like, I remember it was one day we was at our folks' house for real, she got a pool in the back. So mind you, we would just like have little sessions at the pool, back her house and stuff like that. So we was really just like conversating, and then I don't know, like it was sent on my spirit for real. I'm like, chill, I need to make a clothing line because I always been involved with clothes, like being an ambassador and shit like that. So I'm like, chill, like I gotta do a clothing line. So Eli and John, those was like two of my closest men at the time. So I'm like, what y'all trying to do? It's on me. Like I had the name set up for real. I'm like, we could just call it Unordinary because it's like, it was hard finding a name, but I'm like, I want this shit to be different. Like, I don't want to just be like every other D&B clothing line. So I'm like, if we're going to be different, our name got to be different. So I'm like, Unordinary. We just had the convo and then shit. We started just cooking up designs for real.
So y'all, I think, are the only clothing brand with like multiple layers on top of that. So like, how does like the roles work? Like, do I have roles, or is it kind of just like whoever comes up with whatever, that's kind of what we do?
No, it wasn't that really.
I was gonna say it's more so like we be doing shit on the fly for real. Like, and I wouldn't say it, we be doing it in an organized way because like we all just be in tune with each other. You feel me? Like if somebody need to hit the postal office, anyone can do it. You know, like print, shipping labels, put up the packages, shit like that. Like it's no like specific role. I feel like all of this is pretty active with whatever.
What's your favorite Unordinary collection?
Mine gotta be the glowing chrome ones and the varsity most stuff.
I would truthfully say the varsity jacket is one of the hardest drops, and my favorite design would probably be the two-face design that hoodie got on. That drop went crazy. Like, that design, those things. So I feel like that's definitely my favorite design.
I'll probably have to say my favorite collection is gotta be the OD design. Like that's really like our stable piece. Like I guess they're gonna know like, oh, that's Unordinary. You feel me? That's
nah, the OG design, I ain't gonna hold you. That giant, that's one of my favorites. This off the strength, like that giant legendary. History, the Unordinary boy holding the globe with the bright eye.
You know, you wanna know.
Off the sky from the palm.
How have y'all changed since I started? Like y'all got older, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot has happened in a lot of since then. So like how have y'all changed? Like, how do y'all incorporate that into Unordinary?
But like we all kind of like changed. Like I don't know. For me personally, I feel like I changed like thinking wise, the way I think, like taking it as serious as they do. Because at first, I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't used to take it as serious. Like I was kind of just in it for like, you know, a little extra money. But like I seen how hard they was going for it, and I was like, nah, man, like I gotta give it the, you know, I give it the bandwagon before I get left. But yeah, like I would say like business wise, the way I think about certain stuff, like, you know, speaking up, like I changed with that, like, you know. Yeah. Ask the question one more time. I forgot some of the stuff you said.
How have y'all changed it? How do y'all incorporate like the way you change? So like,
oh yeah, definitely speaking up. I didn't used to speak up like at all, but now, you know, if I got something to say, I say it. Like, yeah.
That's fast. I would say, truthfully, I would just say I'm also mature for like when we first started this shit. I would really say like I wasn't really business savvy for real. Like I was just more so always into like streetwear and stuff. You follow me? So I definitely got better with business, the way I approach people, the way I talk to people. I feel like I got better with networking too. Like, you follow me, just linking up with the right people, the right vendors and stuff like that. You follow me, stock counts and shit like that. Like I just feel like overall, like we've definitely improved since we started for sure. Cause I feel like when we first started, it was just more so like get blank hoodies and not necessarily throw a design on there, because we always took detail with the design, but I just feel like we were just more so just jam blank hoodies. Now we got manufacturers all over the country, out Pakistan and stuff like that. You follow me? So I just feel like finding different vendors and getting better with business is what I got good at for real.
Yeah, I would definitely say way nigga improved. Like when we first started, so I mean, I wouldn't say we was going about it the wrong way with, you feel me, getting clothes and shit like that. But definitely like, from like how Danny said, niggas getting shit from overseas and shit like that. Like the process was just way smoother. Quality clothes, you feel me, way better than what it was before in the past. So it's like, you feel me, niggas improved creativity wise. Like I feel like they are a lot more creative than what we used to be, you feel me? But that's not to say from the other designs, but you feel me, niggas definitely a lot more creative now. But yeah.
And so how would that describe your creative process? Like, how do y'all go, how do y'all, like this is like, y'all just think of designs, what are they, like, how does that process go?
Well, for me, honestly, when I see shit like in a day-to-day basis, like I might hear a quote or some shit, and I like from that quote I can just kind of like brainstorm like a little, something like design or something like that. You feel me? Shit like that. You feel me? Just seeing shit day by day, seeing shit that you see on a daily basis, like shit that niggas don't watch. So you kind of turn it into trying to some art, you turn it some like that makes sense. But
Sure, I would say, me personally, like for motivation, it sounds crazy, but sometimes I'll really go to the mall just to look at different clothes. You feel me? Just to like see what's really like in right now. Because I feel like with fashion, especially when you got a streetwear brand, you gotta stay up to date with fashion. You feel me? So you definitely gotta know what's cracking, what's hot at the moment and everything. So I would say going to the mall, looking at different clothes, looking at clothes online, different streetwear brands. Like I feel like with the clothing brand scene, it's all about perspective for real. You feel me? Like the world changes every day, so whatever is popping in the world, like if you could add your own twist and your own swag to it, you could make it killer. You could really take over. So I look at it.
Okay. I'd definitely say TikTok. Definitely TikTok. TikTok is a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, more so though, like I'll just check the group chat and he might have sent like a new design. Like just the other day he sent a new design. So it's just like, yeah, sometimes like more so on the creative side, like that's them. And like, you know, like what to put it on, like, you know, I do stuff like, oh yeah, we should do this for the females, you know, like that for the females, you know, little stuff like that.
Y'all talking about networking, right? And like y'all got very notable people in y'all clothing brands. So like, how does that networking process go? And like, is there anyone that y'all only see on there?
Definitely for sure. Yeah, definitely. I would say the networking process more so, I feel like it's just more so social media, bro. Like I said, everything is about perspective. So it's like, if you're going hard about your brand and you feel me, you got your own swag and all that, other people gonna notice it, you feel me? So I just feel like even if they don't notice it, you can still go out your way to like probably DM them or you feel me, like just do some type of interaction and get their attention, you feel me? So me personally, like I feel like if somebody notices me, you feel me, like we interacting on social media, I'ma DM them on a business tip, like, yo, I got a clothing brand, blase, and we just lock in some there for real.
All right, Danny.
I will try to, not to cut you off, I was ready to say, some people I want to see in a brand for real. I would say Veeze, he definitely on my artist list. Veeze, shit, I would like to see Baby Face wearing the clothes. That's the other person. That's all I could think of right now. I mean, obviously bigger people too, like Baby, Tay-B, Baby Money, like artists like that as well for real. But like, cause I feel like they got their own swag, so Unordinary appeal to that section. So.
He was talking about
No, I don't know. Go back for it.
now you was talking about you speaking up more in the clothing brand. So like, do you feel like that caused more creative differences? And if so, like, how do you insert your opinions and still resolve those creative differences?
I definitely do feel like it kind of like helped a little bit. Like, like it definitely improved because it's just like now it's like it's more so like if I see something and I just feel like, you know, yeah, like then you just change it real quick. Like, you know, be like, damn, like I ain't noticed that, you're right, like, and change it real quick. So most definitely, like when it comes to like kind of perfect that stuff, definitely I made that better. And yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like,
Did there be any arguments in the group chat?
Nah, arguments for we more so be on the same page. I mean, maybe if we didn't, if like clothes that we had to ship out didn't get shipped out for real, like I wouldn't really say it was an argument, but like it would probably be like some disagreements and stuff like that or here and there. But as far as like real arguments, nah, we more so be on the same page, truthfully.
like I said, Danny go hard. So it's just like, you know, he might not be like trying to argue with you, but he definitely gonna be like, bro, what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, bro, relax, like.
So I do. Yeah. It's just more so about the passion for like it's never to like get on the nigga nerves or like you don't have to like be on their back or nothing like that. But like I just want all my men to win. We in it together. You feel me? So it's definitely it's gonna work out for you. Gotta keep everybody on point and vice versa.
So just going back to like the pieces, right? So like I was like my favorite part about looking at your page is how y'all do your lot. Y'all make this it'll be the clothes and it'll be like the design behind that. So like what is y'all favorite part about making a drop?
Yeah, I would say for me, my favorite part about making a like or release for real is just the promotion aspect of it because like you said, like those mock-ups where we have our designs in the background and it just looks sweet for real. Like I feel like those catch people's eyes. Yeah. So if it looks sweet, I'm geeking to promote it. You know what I mean? Because I want everybody to see it. So I would really say my favorite part is just like I said, promotion wise, like sending it out to different people, reposting and things like that. Like just having the post being seen by other people. That's my favorite part of the drive.
That is it. Just niggas seeing something what we came up with and being able to like do photos and shit with it, like the promotion aspect of it. You feel me? So that to see niggas really fucking with what we putting out there. So
because this shit, it's really from scratch for real. Like we had to help them buy it. So I feel like these lines and shit. Like when I see other people's feedback, that's another thing. That's really my favorite part is seeing people's feedback. But like some niggas will see the design and be like, this shit really hard. You feel me? Like so I feel like that's my favorite parts about it. Shit. The biggest basically be like, all right, chill. They really fucking with this. I gotta go harder. And hook up some shit that looks sweet as well, like sweet air.
Mine is pretty much like promotion and seeing people wear it. Like literally sometimes we'll drop, if I'll see somebody wearing that junk like the next week. Like literally, I'll be like, dang, like that's it. I'm literally at the gas station after we drop this. I see somebody walking in the sweatsuit. I roll my window down, like, oh, yeah, Unordinary. You look back like Nick, like you was great, like who you? But I'm just like, that's it's me. Like it just started like, yeah, I could not say no. Yeah, but yeah, definitely seeing people wearing that. Like I appreciate that. Like we definitely do appreciate that. I say that every time.
I roll that. It's without y'all, we're not that. I appreciate everybody that be solid. Everyone that wears Unordinary. And we dropping some flash shit for y'all this summer. That's mine. So it's look like weird. So
going into instead like y'all saw my photo shoots, right? So what's that process when it goes to picking models?
Really just like social media, seeing people we feel like would fit our aesthetic of what we're trying to put out there for real. So yeah, just finding people who fit our aesthetic for real.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, like people that fit the aesthetic. I would also say more so people that are available too, because I know everybody's busy every day, like everybody got a life. So like when we're looking for models, we're looking to people that got the aesthetic as far as like the aesthetic for our type of brand, like streetwear brand, and like I say, people that are available. That's really the hardest part because there's a lot of girls that want a model for Unordinary, but it's like a lot of them be busy at the same time, and a lot of niggas as well, you feel me? But it's just all about availability, like whoever's available, and then we just go make it work to the best of our ability.
And it's talking about, he's all talking about you being so passionate, seeing y'all so passionate in the brand, and that kind of motivated him to like, all right, I have to tell a little bit. What made y'all so passionate from like the get-go?
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's really, like I said, I've been in the clothing field for a little minute now. Like probably since my freshman year in high school, I've been dealing with clothes, like as far as streetwear clothes. So I would really just say, like, just growing up, seeing brands like Silencio, Saints, and found like I grew up on those brands, and like I see like how they're evolving and how they really planning to work. You feel me? So like I just look at them as like a little reference, just because I know the owner personally too, but like I look at them as a reference just off the shop, like, all right, kill. If they can do it, I know I can do it too. You feel me? And like I said, with Unordinary, I just feel like we put our own swag with everything. You know, like we're not like we got our own wave for real. So I feel like this is a unique way that I can't just let go of. So that's why I just be 10 toes with it. They probably just on the gas with this shit.
And I just got a feeling like I just had the strongest feeling like literally, bro, 2 years max, bro. I'm telling y'all, like, it'll take off. Like, I just have the strongest. I always like whenever I like literally.
Cause it's like I feel like everything is for me slowly getting set in stone. Real, it's just all about putting in the work and putting in the creativity for real, staying consistent. Cause that's all it takes, bro. Just if you stay consistent and you plan out good pieces, like you feel me, hard flat pieces, that's the way you're not gonna blow up. And like I said, it's networking, so you definitely gotta make sure you feel me, you do what you gotta do to get your clothes to the right people. Like even if you gotta go to concerts. Or you feel me, you got to go to different public events to see artists or see a public figure. You got to make sure you do that just so you can get your clothes to different people.
Yeah.
So your birthday just passed recently. You know what I'm saying? You found some pics, like, something hard. You know what I'm saying? Marty.
Like gallery dead.
You being fly, how do you incorporate that into your fashion brand? Like you know what I'm saying? Like how do you does the real question is like, does your fashion style interfere with your clothing brand style?
I mean, yeah, so like Danny said, when you go to the mall to get like inspiration, like most definitely like trying to remember what I'm trying to say. Like you said though, yeah, like when you go to the mall, like you have inspiration, like sweatpants, like I like sweatpants, so like we definitely was like, you know, winter about to be over, before winter we gotta drop them like excessive, you know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely I feel like all of our pieces definitely go with the grain of what's in style like right now, fashion, like industry or whatever you want to say. Like, you know, you got trucker jackets, we got varsities, we got sweatsuits, we got common regular t-shirts. So it's just like, you know, I feel like we pretty much going with the grain, like I said, just stay consistent, put in that hard promotion, you know, network, and then getting that stuff over.
What's your favorite clothing brand right now?
Right now, local or like just in general? Just in general, yeah. Okay. Galleries, yeah. Galleries, yeah. Man.
Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been looking at a lot of Lava or Lamar, however you want to pronounce it. I've been looking at a lot of their little pieces, not even necessarily shoes for real, but like I've been looking at their little pieces just in clothing wise. And another, I would say Chanel too. Like I fuck with a lot of Chanel pieces because I feel like Chanel's not really an overrated brand. Cause like I don't know, it's so exclusive. Like you know, like buy it like you can't get Chanel online for real. Like you really gotta know a personal shopper, or like you just gotta catch them in the store at the right time. So I would say design wise, Chanel definitely up there.
I would say when I'm looking at brands, I'm looking at what they can do with the designs. I feel like a couple brands that have a lot of good pieces. A lot of niggas not too sharp about it, but Warren Lotus. Also, that's a top brand. I would maybe say I like a lot of St. Michael designs. A lot of St. Michael designs. Yeah, yeah. And I would say Gallery Jolly been putting out some nice designs. So I'll put Gallery up there too.
Is this little last call who decides?
Yeah, I know. I'm proud of that shit.
They can find out some cool shit. I can search about. They can find out some hard shit too.
You was talking about Warren Lotus. Like, would y'all ever get into sneakers?
I'm not gonna lie. We did a little one-on-one sandal one time.
Bar.
Yeah, a little one-on-one sandal one time. We never did nothing with it, but you feel me? I would definitely in the future do something. I don't know about sneakers, but some type of like footwear.
I feel like we could produce some crazy ass stuff.
You can have a definitely.
You know, it's like you got all different types of like designs now. Like you got like the Sally Garnier clocks, you got like easy spots, like you can do. Like you got suit coats, like you can do anything with slides. Yeah, like I feel like class like good, right? They know that I know suit coats with me, yeah. And like they only I literally talking about and they're like your markups, right? So like how we got marketing shit, right? Like Remember we was on the phone like right before you dropped the tracksuits and stuff like that was talking like he was like, well, like track was like trying to be, but like how does that like y'all know making a design right after the designs made? How do y'all go about getting it to the public?
So I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like with Unordinary, it's more like we're getting out of that habit now, but I feel like when we first started, like really like pushing it for real, we was having it more so limited. So we would definitely like promote it OC as far as like songs we drop, you feel me, send it out to folks repost it, et cetera, like just regular like black, like not black, regular business support for real. Always I would really just say like, I'm sorry, ask that question again.
Where's y'all marketing strategy?
Marketing strategy, so when we drop, truthfully, like I said, just send it out to folks, you follow me, repost, and then honestly, I would truthfully say like, get in, like, cause we know a lot of people, you follow me, so I try to get at least like one person that like has like posting amount of followers on the ground and finding like just a known like social person to promote the clothes as far as like either wear if it's a sweatsuit or you feel me, whatever we're dropping, like you just had them wear it to promote it for real. So I would just say hand it to like public figures for real, like quote unquote public figures.
Definitely social media, and even like niggas can, you feel me, get close to celebrities and give niggas, like that's why niggas always gotta have shit on them just in case some niggas run into somebody. Like niggas don't even know fucking Lil Durk, you feel me, got some Unordinary. Baby say he got some Unordinary. Selfie, bro. Niggas got that shit, but it's a matter of them throwing it on the gram and shit like that. But niggas got it though, like.
Them didn't even have it, like, you know, that's all that you just throw that right, like literally. So, you know, it's coming. Definitely, yeah, like they said, the Instagram. I feel like too, what I be trying to tell them sometimes is like, it don't really matter about the followers. Like, we got a few people that be going like Clark or stuff like that in Atlanta. Like, they don't really got that many followers. They sending them that junk, bro. Like, they wearing it around Atlanta now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, you know, just getting out there more publicity, getting more people in our cell, and then
because was that a good couple times like out there all the police at Unordinary stuff like that. Like one of the way I first dropped the original, just like the first cities of that. I was at Walmart, I simply and I was like, who's that? Like he's saying, I know that that's a normal, but like there's little stuff like that. And y'all dropped like so like when y'all dropped the black and white version. The bubble letters, just stock cluster, our cluster. Yeah. So like, how did that process go to make y'all like just want to go black and white? Like, was it like the British chocolate some real quick, or was it like damn, like this to actually see?
So I wouldn't even say trying to put something out real quick. I would really say the star cluster hoodie. Them giants just went crazy for like that whole design went crazy. So I also wanted to redrop that design, but I wanted to like reinvent it. So I'm like, all right, chill. Like, instead of just doing, because we have a few designs that got like a black and white outline, but I'm like, instead of doing that, let's do like a chromish type of look for real. So that's why I got like a chromish metallic type of color to it. So we just say we're going to do a chrome collection out of it. But that design was crazy.
I was obviously, I still have people ask me for the colored ones. Like, I didn't even just the chrome ones. I still be like, yeah, like on the purple. Like,
I like, nah, that hoodie, I ain't gonna hold you. That hoodie went crazy. Hey, you follow me, baby. We had Baby J-Mo cracking that money. JG Rep, like, and he had one. Following Credit Murder had one. Like, it's a lot of little DMV artists that had that specific hoodie. You follow me, and they were actually wearing that shit. Like, I know Brooke was out Cali a lot wearing that hoodie, like that light blue joint. I know he fucking that joint hard.
Nah, I'm even thinking about it in my head. That blue joint is hard. And the orange one.
Definitely another one like my green foot shot, bro.
I go straight into bro. I need a couple more orders.
So y'all read this joint? I was definitely
I'm definitely planning to re-release that design this summer, bro. And like I said, like, it's far we really improved since we dropped those original hoodies, you found me. So as far as like hoodie quality and shirt quality and things like that, they're a million times better now than when we first started.
So do y'all ever run it? It's on like quality. So like, do y'all ever run into manufacturer issues?
Oh yeah, that's that's like one of the biggest pet peeves with running the clothing line. Like, either clothes taking, like you could place an order and it could probably take up to 4 or 5 months for that order to come through, depending on who you're dealing with. So I feel like that's one of the hardest things with running the clothing line. And then sometimes even the clothes, it might be too small or the fitting might be improper, because sometimes like these manufacturers out the country, I don't know why, but they're just smaller than the U.S. people. So their material and everything just be off. So sometimes it be a silent problem and things like that.
I mean, it do be a little frustrating, but I also feel like it's one of those, like, in life, you always learning a lesson. So I feel like, I'm like, okay, you learn from it, move on, you know how to, do that. Like, now, we used to run into a lot of issues, but, like, now, Danny, like, or John, like, they'll make sure, like, they get a sample first from, like, especially with the varsity, we was out playing, we made sure we got them samples, because, them had to come out perfect. But,
like, that's a big thing with clothing lines. Like, you don't ever want to place a bulk order with a manufacturer you're not really familiar with. To get a sample to make sure, like, everything is fitted and something to your liking.
So would you rather, like, is it like, do you just, I'm gonna get a sample, or do you just prefer manufacturers in the country?
Honestly, the environment, it's really trial and error for real. Finding the right person. Like, you've been through so many manufacturers, just trying to find the right one. Like, really is trial and error.
So like, with manufacturers, is it like per clothes, like per piece, or is it like do you try to find the best manufacturer for that piece you're trying to create, or is it just like you just have a manufacturer that you stick with?
Definitely a certain piece.
Yeah, like with Unordinary, we like to go into different fields. Definitely different manufacturers for specific pieces. Like, I know for the varsity jackets, we went to a specific person. For our last set of sweatsuits, we went to a specific person. So it's like, we try to have somebody for everything. Like, even our beanies, you got a manufacturer for just beanies alone. We try to have something for everything.
And like, so for your, not to say too much, right? For your next drop, right? So what type of piece are you looking for? What can people try to look out for?
I say summer gear for this shit niggas don't wear in the summer. Like, it's self-explanatory.
I already just say, like, it's gonna be a lot of summer pieces for real. Like, it's gonna be some female pieces too. Like, I'm not gonna say too much, but like, we gonna do like little shit like big and red t-shirts for females. Just, it's gonna be a good summer vibe, doesn't it? That's the most I'm gonna say. But just the design that's gonna be on these pieces though, just gonna be crazy. Like, I try to say streetwear to a different level. As far as like when the older look at it, when people look at the design, they more so look at it as like, damn, this shit fly, but at the same time it looks like art. Like, I don't never want to just put on anything that just looks crazy or important.
Even when I just dropped down hoodies, like, all I've seen the day after I dropped them, I seen 4 people in
niggas texting me saying they seen me. I done all that shit like that. Like, that shit is crazy. Crazy thing is, I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's because I don't go too much, but I've barely seen Unordinary out. But it's always people telling me like, oh, I just seen that nigga wearing Unordinary down the street. Like, all right, chill. I will see you see people in Unordinary, bro.
Yeah. I more so see it on like TikTok and like YouTube, like people be wearing it in videos and stuff like that. Though. I definitely don't see it that much in person. So like, one time I was geek because I was like, dang. I literally like I was like geek to like real life, but nah, definitely there.
How do your personalities play so ordinary? Like a lot of introverts and like if you're an extrovert, how does that play into it? For extrovert, how does that play into it?
Truthfully, I would say I'm more so I'm both. Like, if it makes sense, I'm both. So I mean, like, I'm a social person, but I'm to myself at the same time. He taught me stuff. I feel like with Unordinary, our slogan is "The world is yours." Like, that's our motto behind the stuff. I feel like the quote "The world is yours" is more so like a introvert type of thing. Like, you're coming for it all type shit. You know, so I would say like, my introvert side definitely plays into Unordinary because it's like you're more so just, you're trying to learn it up, you're trying to get somewhere in the world, you're trying to level up. Like, You feel me? Wildly and fly at the same time. I feel like that's Unordinary Brand.
I feel like yeah, like kind of what Danny said on the last part. I definitely feel like too, like I don't really have no personality when it comes to the brand, or like if you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Like I just feel like if they need me to reach out to somebody, I'm gonna reach out. Like I'm whatever passionate about it. Yeah, like whatever it takes, I'm passionate about. I don't really care. So it's just like, you know, definitely like you said, the world is yours. Like it's kind of like a cocky, conceited saying, I guess you could say. Like it's mine. So it's like yeah.
How you feel about pop-ups? Pop-up and stuff. Cyber pop-ups.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. I just be nervous. I'm really stupid.
I fuck with pop-ups just off the strength, like it gives a different crowd and it gives people a chance that never got to get the pieces. You know? So we definitely, I'm planning to have a pop-up for Unordinary, hopefully this summer. You feel me? All we need is the venue. So but that's not hard to find. So I'm gonna find, you feel me, a good, like, convenient venue, and then from there we just gonna start promoting that shit. Like, we got a lot of designs in the cut right now, you feel me? So we could definitely have like I'm release more than one piece in there. Definitely planning to do that this summer. I feel like only reason we haven't really hosted one yet, truthfully, is because like I feel like with pop-up, like it don't gotta be like the most like exclusive or luxury pop-up. Like you could realize set up at your local store, you feel me? I want the pop-up to, you feel me, be that. You know what I'm saying? I want it to really be like that. So all we looking for right now is the venue. So we get that right venue, so go.
Is there anyone outside of Unordinary that's like a vital part of your brand?
Yeah, our designers.
I would say like the designer. I would say like my men for real, like they supported. Like I know when I have my pop-up shop, they gonna be and the work. I'm gonna have like some work Unordinary shirts for the staff and shit. But like I know like my close on, you call me, like I know my close man, they definitely gonna help me out with like making sure everybody is comfortable, making sure everybody is satisfied at the pop-up, giving out clothes and stuff like that. Cause like I know if we have one, it's gonna be some decent amount of heads there. So definitely gonna need help at hands. So definitely I would say like the men for real. Like even though they not necessarily like part of Unordinary, but they are like narrative-wise, you know, and listen on a business too.
Is there a culture behind Unordinary that trying to like create or
say? I mean, yeah, I would say like I'm really trying to just have like a big ass following for Unordinary for real. Like I'm trying to get this shit all across the world, because I feel like Unordinary is just deeper than clothes. Like it's not about just streetwear clothes. It's a whole lifestyle, you feel me? Like it's just about like living your life above all barriers for real. Like never like shortening yourself, never doubting yourself and things like that. Like I feel like that's the main goal of Unordinary.
Is there any clothing brands that like I see what's your third clothing brand, like anything in the DMV that like sticks out to you?
Yeah. Okay, it's a couple brands, but it's really just those staple brands that everybody knows for real. But I feel like a lot of DMV brands don't really put too much of the creativity aspect into it. So it's not that many brands that we can really like relate to, if that makes sense. Like
this one brand, I don't got any pieces from them, but they pretty hard. They call like Infinity Worldwide or something like that. Yeah, I fuck with them for real.
I like his name Judah. I forgot the name.
I like that too. Boy, Judah.
Oh yeah. Forgot my man. Tone, Conceal Glory.
I was saying exactly. It's definitely brands around for sure. Like Mobile, Conceal Glory. I fuck with Saints too. Like I feel like Saints seen him putting out gear for a minute now, and but like he's just evolving with this shit for like as far as like his design and everything. Like he's handed down pack. Like he's really finding his vibe to this shit. So I would definitely put Saints in that too. Trying to think what other daily brand is there. Yeah, really just the staple one is like some shit. I feel like a lot of DMV brands that were doing this shit for real, they stopped. Like from the trenches, they were hard too. Yeah, from the trenches definitely had potential like OD, but I haven't really been saying too much from them, but they hard though.
Is there How do you feel about collabs?
I'm not against it, but I just feel like it gotta make sense. Like, it can't really just be a collab just because two brands are hot.
Alright.
I feel like your outlooks on the fashion sense have to, be aligned with it.
I ain't gotta do good business. Like, I don't really want to do a collab with somebody that like can't get out orders or
It gotta make sense for both parties, or like. But I'm definitely not against them. Like, I know for sure, like, we're gonna collab with we definitely gonna collab with a bigger brand or a brand that's at our level too. Like, for sure.
I would definitely want to blow up first. But just so it's not nobody saying, like, you feel me, niggas put Unordinary on, because before niggas collab, how you tell me, make a name for ourselves. We really start doing collab and shit with niggas.
That's right. Like, I know it's this one brand called Carhartt. They had a brand with they had a collab with what's the called Marmoni. Yeah, the little guys like at that point they're both, you found me, big. So I'm not even saying like it has to get to that point before we do our first collab, but like that's just an example of, you gotta have to make a name for yourself before you start collabing with people.
And then I feel like that collab kind of made sense because Carhartt, they don't really do too much. Like, they got like some places like
cookies and that's like workwear. It's not
they got a whole trucker and it just got the C right there. That's it. But yeah, and then Marnie, they kind of got the creativity, so splash that on there.
What got you into fashion?
Brother, honestly. It seemed my older brother pushing on shit made me want to get into fashion. That's really
just like Mary Fly.
I would just say, like, just growing up in PG County for I feel like fashion in PG County, like, everybody, ever since we was young, everybody really wanted to put that shit on. Niggas used to go to Last Stop and then before we put our outfit together. That's literally shit stuff even when we were younger. But like, I'm just saying, like, coming up, I feel like fashion was just always a part of like PG culture. So, and I just feel like that just always stuck out to me. But of course, like, growing up listening to music and shit, like, so like music back then changed the culture a lot for us. So like old Drake, you follow me? That's like old, like Drake King, even though a lot of niggas wouldn't know, but he put fashion on a lot. It's only like just like him doing different shit. Like, he was wearing Montclair shit in like 2008. You feel me? Yeah, and then Kanye West. Like, I feel like niggas like that definitely put fashion on too.
Who y'all favorite artists?
Lil Baby.
Gunna's better. I wouldn't really say I have a favorite artist, but right now probably like top 3. I would put Rallo in there. I listen to a lot of Baby Money. That's a Detroit rapper. It's a new nigga I've been fucking with. His name, not sure. I believe he's from I know my name. I listen to a lot of people that are like, my music, like, not even just hip hop for real. Like, I'm abroad to different genres, like R&B, shit like that. So I listen to a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna have this in my top 8 artists right now. I'm gonna have to put Lucky up there. Nigga, Destroy Lonely been cranking lately. But I'm gonna always have to put Young Boy up there.
Yeah, you had a Scarface drop. Like, that joint start. What would y'all say after the news on?
My favorite movies, I gotta put Scarface on it. It sounds cliche, but Scarface, I would say Paid in Full. Like, I know that sounds cliche, but they got a lot of valuable lessons in that story, in that movie. It's another good ass movie. I make a lot of movies. I can't pinpoint it.
I like I thought he wasn't enough.
I'm trying to advance a lot of movies that I like, so I'm not already pinpointing it. I can't even think of it right now, truthfully. But I like a lot of movies, though.
Yeah, I would say, like, I like Belly. I like Gone Girl. Like, I like little movies that like play with your mind and stuff. Like The Loft.
What do y'all outside of Unordinary, right? What do y'all like to do in your spare time? Like, y'all aren't talking business, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just calling.
in a spare time, shit, I would really say, in my spare time, honestly, like day to day, if I'm not dealing with business, I would say, oops, I definitely like staying active, hooping with my man. I mean, I'm in school too. I'm taking classes online, so I guess you could definitely count school, but that shit all of mine every day. But if I'm not dealing with business, I mean, I like going out to like bars. I probably go to the club every now and then. Not necessarily, but like if it's like for an event, you probably like go to the club. I definitely like hanging out with my friends for sure. Like it could just be us linking up, you saw me going to go get food, do different shit like that, hang the mall, stuff like that. So I would say that's regular daily day for
What we gotta say is next for Unordinary.
say that one more time.
What we gotta say is next for Unordinary.
Don't know what else was on.
Like just like the vision, you know what I'm saying? Like John already talked about like what pieces are coming next, like what type of, I don't know, like it's like the vision.
Say no. I would really just say, just to get close to like bigger people for real, like household names, truthfully. So we just got, like I said, we definitely got to put in the work and just get ourselves out there more. Like I said, going to different events. Like I feel like concerts is a great way to connect with people. Like if you're able to get a concert with a manager or something like that, as an artist, like definitely ways like that. But just getting our brand out to bigger people, just not even bigger people in general, but just the whole being outside of the DMV, obviously, but just getting our brands to bigger people, staying consistent. That's really all I could think of.
Get out there, so definitely
Right. I want to get on. Yeah, I feel like TikTok is such a broad platform. Like we got to get on there because I feel like we do a lot of stuff within our day to day. Like, you feel me? Like even when we go on trips and stuff like that. Like I definitely like taking trips. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I feel like going out of town, like we could start bringing clothes with us. Like get our clothes to different people out of town. Like just like I said, just having your clothes in different areas of the world. You feel me? Like that's just always a plus.
Who's something that y'all want to see on third?
I know, like in any type of like clothing wise or in general. Honestly, I feel like I should definitely get an artist on here, like a bigger artist. I would say like a nigga like Freddie Murder sound like somebody funny, bro. Cause there's a lot of damn artists like they try to be too serious, try to make it sweet. I want to definitely get somebody that's open to talk about their life, open to talk about rap and shit like that. So I would get my man A-Mon on this job. Yeah, I would say, yeah, on this job. Definitely gotta get Mon on here. Mon been going crazy now. That's a Flowers 11 now. You gotta get my man Mon on here.
I say inclusive.
Here.
All right, good. Well, thank you for coming out.
For sure. Thank you for having it. I don't know.
Sharing a little bit about yourselves, about Unordinary. You know, yeah, well, definitely. I would say like y'all resemble myself.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out and watching another episode with us.
What's up?